Hello everybody and welcome to the channel. I'm Christine. I'm glad you're here. Welcome to MLM Top Fails 27. Yet again, another beautiful collaboration between you and me. There are certain items, certain pieces of content from people in multi-level marketing companies that I personally collected to show you and to react to. And you also sent me some of your favorite items of the week or of the month, I guess. So I appreciate that. If you ever want to send me something, my contact information is linked down below. You can either upload content to your Google Drive and share it with me, or you can message me on Instagram and point out certain content that you find particularly interesting. I always appreciate feedback. I also wanted to say thank you to everybody watching this channel, subscribing, people returning, watching the videos regularly, engaging in the comment section, sharing the videos, giving videos thumbs up. This channel has actually seen a good amount of growth and we just hit 1,500 subscribers, which is really, really exciting. A bunch of people have also asked me if I were to offer memberships, and I do that now. So the information will be down below. There should be a membership button. You might need to check on what device. Sometimes those are not visible on all devices, but all of the information will be there. It is very straightforward. This is pretty clear. YouTube is not my job, and that is why I only have limited time. That is why I'm offering two tiers, if you will. One is early access to content you can continue to see for free on this channel, and the second tier is you getting access to exclusive content that I will upload for the members only. If you're interested, then go ahead and check it out. And if you're not interested in these things, your support on this channel is also always available, of course, for free. And that is honestly the best way you can support this channel. If you like to watch these videos, to continue to watch them, this will continue to be available, of course, for free. But if an additional membership tickles your fancy, then you can go ahead and check that out. But let's get into the reaction. Let's get into MLM Top Fails. The first is from a Monat in Australia, and it was sent my way by one of you. I appreciate that a lot. And it is a little bit upsetting to see because it has to do with using kids for your own benefit. Kids that cannot consent to this, but let's take a look at the video first and then I will share my thoughts with you.
How does it feel to have mummy home with you every single day? You love me, but what does it mean when mummy is home with you every day? What do we do together every day?
Play together.
And what else do we do?
We go camping.
What's your favorite thing about having mummy home with you every day?
Playing with you.
Playing with me? And do you love having mummy home with you?
Yeah.
This is a distributor in Monat, Australia at the rank of MLM, that is the Managing Market Mentor. And according to the US income disclosure statement, 0.07% of the Huns were ever able to hit that rank in that year. And she, in my opinion, uses her child to promote her MLM scam. A tanking MLM, adding to that, to mothers who would also love to stay home with their kids while making an income. I might need to pitch the audio because there's music playing in the background and I will also have to blur out the kid, but the kid is really, really cute. And he's really excited, I feel, that he's doing this with his mother. But the mother is not really reacting to him in the way you would expect that to, because her child at some point says, "I love you," and she doesn't even acknowledge this. What she answers then is, "But what does it mean when mommy is home every day?" Kids will say and do a lot, pretty much anything to feel loved and also to feel appreciated by their parents. And this is a 4-year-old boy and he cannot consent to any of this and to his mother promoting a scammy and sketchy business model and business opportunity like Monat. In my opinion, she is guiding her son to say how much he loves to have his mother at home every single day, to pull on the heartstrings of other mothers who would also like to do this, who would also like to work from home, to stay at home with their kids, and also to provide for them, to make an income. And she's doing this while using her kid on Instagram. Most parents are also at home a lot with their kids every single day, because who else is taking care of them? Yes, if you go into a regular office, if you work hybrid or also fully remote, you will also very likely be at home with your children. And even if it is maybe limited to the morning or to the evening hours because you physically have to go to a job, you will also very likely spend a good amount of time with your children. So it is not special in Monat that you're able to stay at home. A lot of people have that opportunity, and those who don't have that opportunity, I guess those are the people that she would love to pitch. Or mothers who are truly stay-at-home mothers who don't make an income but who would like to continue to stay at home with their children and make some money. And what is upsetting, beside the point that I believe that she's using her child to pitch this to others, is that Monat is not a great opportunity. Also not Monat Australia. Monat Australia is one of the latest territories where Monat launched. It was Australia, New Zealand, and France. Those were the latest 3 territories. But the people are not more successful there. There is one person at this point, as I'm filming this, who was able to hit one of the director ranks after 2 years after Monat's launch. Monat US and Monat Canada are drowning. We don't ever hear much from Monat in Europe. It is not a great business opportunity, and her using her child to, in my opinion, pull on the heartstrings of other mothers or of other parents to invite them into a bad business opportunity where most people will financially not succeed is bad, and it is shitty. Most people who join Monat will lose money because they will be stuck at the lowest ranks. And if you ever take a look at the US income disclosure statement, yeah, it's not looking good. So let's not use our children to promote scammy business opportunities and actually spend time with our children and acknowledge their existence while we're with them. So let's not do stuff like this. This is really upsetting to see. The text says, and I need to pull out my glasses for this, for anyone wondering or thinking, how does she do it? How does she stay consistent and push through the ups and downs of business with a 4-year-old and a 6-month-old? Who is wondering that though? Most people very likely will not wonder, how is she doing that? Most people will just scroll, they don't care. But she needs to create a story and a narrative to address how she is this successful MLM boss babe, and that's why she's on her social media pitching this. It's not because other people might very likely ask, wow, I would like to follow her lead. No, she needs to promote this to others. That's why. This is it. To be with them every single day, because I know that it is what is best for my babies and I don't want it any other way. It is all for them. For our children, we will do anything, and it is plain and simple. I do it to be home with my boys. We're pulling on the heartstrings. This is the way I want to be a mom, so I get it done. Am I always motivated? No, I'm not. Am I always inspired? No, I'm not. It just says no. I have rough days, both in business and in motherhood, but I'm always consistent because I'm disciplined. I will follow my vision until the end because I only have one life and one shot at their childhood. And although she just has one shot at their childhood, she is using her children for her financial benefit to pitch Monat, to secure her income. I watched women, my mentors, living a life that I so desperately wanted, and I thought, if they can do this, so can I, and then I can teach other women what I've learned and help them do the same. If your heart yearns for something bad enough, you will do whatever it takes. No excuses. Great. We're pitching this to desperate mothers. We're pulling on their heartstrings, to those that will do anything, and you don't allow any excuses. Monat is a bad business opportunity, and it doesn't matter how much you want to stay home with your children. You are better off doing anything else but that. Monat is a bad opportunity, and also in Australia, I would say, it is not the greatest opportunity on planet Earth. It is not the sexiest job to work in a fast food chain, for example, where you physically have to leave your home, but you're able to provide for your children if you work this job a couple of hours in a week. It's not as sexy as pretending to be a boss babe in Monat, but at least you will be able to make some money. So let's stop this tomfoolery. The next clip is also from a Monatan from Australia. I'm going to play the video once in total, and then I'm going to stop it or have it playing on the side. I would like for you to pay attention to the verbiage that she is using.
Today I'm going to show you what comes in your business in a box and how to make your money back. You will receive this pouch full of samples and all of your business information. 4 of our best sellers, including our Viral Grow Shampoo, our Split End Mender, our Dry Shampoo, and our amazing Rejuvenate Oil. 3 customizable products suited to your hair needs and concerns. Now, how to make your money back. You're going to help 4 people wash their hair and receive $85 bonus plus commissions. Then you're going to help 1 person start up their own business and you're going to receive between $85 to $350 depending on what pack they choose. Congratulations, you've completed your block and received $210. In turn, altogether $380 plus commissions. From here, it's all profit. There's no inventory, no minimum monthly spends, no quotas, no catch, no risk. So come give it a go with me. There are so many opportunities within this one box.
There are subtitles, there are captions playing, so I will just play it on the side. But this is a very classical and very misleading pitch yet again. A business in a box. In an ugly box, by the way. In an ugly brown box. I don't see a business in a box. So far, I only see a bunch of pricey hair care products. Business in a box is also not necessarily the best description in my opinion. It is more like disaster in down under in this case because we're in Australia. And then she says, you help 4 people wash their hair. So you are physically helping 4 people wash their hair. So you are physically washing their hair because they cannot do it themselves. And then you get $85 Australian for that. Is that what she means? Because helping 4 people wash their hair could mean that you actually physically help wash people's hair. You help 1 person start up their own business for $85 to $350 Australian. That means that you're kind of a consultant and you help 4 random people with whatever business they're opening, their own businesses, their actual businesses, because she cannot mean joining Monat because you don't open and you don't run your own business. You don't start your own business when you join Monat. So she means probably helping people opening up their own construction company, their own architecture bureau, their beauty salon, their kindergarten. That's probably what she means, right? And then we also have MLM speak for building a block. As in selling to 4 new VIP customers and recruit 1 new market partner. That is her route to success, what she is pitching here. And that way, if you're new to the company within your first 3 months, then you can receive a bonus from the Smart Start program, from the Fast Start program that Monat offers to its new members. And I thought she meant help washing actually people's hair and actually help them with their actual own businesses. But no, she means joining Monat, which is not your own business. And then you recruit people and then you sell product. Because when you join Monat, you are a salesperson for the company and you're not running your own business. It is the infamous Urdaneta family's business and not yours. What a misunderstanding. Completely got that wrong. Apologies. She says, from here, it is all profit. So if you successfully were able to build a block and you were able to make your initial investment back, from there on only profit, but that is so false. You might be able to make money after that, but the money you make there is revenue. That is not necessarily profit when you're able to sell a product and when you're able to recruit someone. Because you will have further expenses. In Monat, you will buy more products. You will rebuy the ones that you already have and that you love so much. You will have to invest money into the new releases of the company. You will have to travel to convention and to team meetings. You might need to pay taxes in certain areas if you're above a certain threshold. So how is everything profit from there on? Because realistically, you do run the risk of losing a lot of money. That is not profit, that is loss. This is not a business in a box. This is BS in a box. But let's read the text. A box of endless opportunities. There again is the ugly brown box. The best hair and skincare of your life. Says who? Personal development. I need to join Monat for that? No thanks. Knowledge. This type of knowledge? Yet again, no thanks. Purpose. What purpose? Scamming others? Community. A community based on the condition that you join, spent a lot of money? No. friendships, very likely not real friendships. The list goes on, but it doesn't because she stops here. Not only will you pay your pack off within 1 to 2 weeks, but I will help you gain 3K in your first 60 days. Don't overthink it. It's just shampoo, but then again, it's not. It's a business in a box. It's BS in a box. DM biz in a box for more info. No, thanks. The next clip is from an Amare who's trying to sell us yet again on their bestseller. That is Amare's Happy Juice. I'm just going to play this multiple times. It says POV, you're about to turn 32, and the cutest little 22-year-old at the gym asks how your stomach is so flat. And then she's drinking something out of a jar that is titled Happy Juice. Being in my 30s with 2 kids, I have to be more mindful about what I put in my body. This is one thing I truly believe helps me with bloating, energy, mood, and motivation, and more. Here are the facts of what Happy Juice does, backed by clinical studies. Okay, great. So she is insinuating that she has a flat stomach, and she does have a very flat, what it looks like, very trained, very muscular stomach after 2 children while she's a woman in her 30s. And now she's trying to tell us that she's able to achieve this because of the Happy Juice. Okay. What does the Happy Juice backed by clinical studies do? Mental flow and cognitive function. That doesn't mean that you have a flat stomach. Regulates blood sugar and cortisol levels. Yet again, has nothing to do with a flat stomach. Body and mind endurance. Those are all very general terms. There's hardly anything specific here. Mood, motivation, metabolism. Okay, so she's insinuating that the Happy Juice does something to her metabolism. Physical energy without crash or jitters. Improves the gut, the brain, and the gut-brain axis. Can't. The Huns in Amare are really crazy when it comes to the gut-brain axis. It's like the axis of evil. Probiotics, prebiotics, and phytobiotics that have been scientifically proven to improve mental wellness. All natural ingredients, plant-based, soy-free, dairy-free, no GMO, no artificial dyes or sugar. Comment below or DM me happy for $10 off your first Happy Juice. Nothing to lose, only happiness to gain. Literally though, a cortisol cocktail. If you currently take Happy Juice already, comment already happy to boost the algorithm. Happy Juice, viral juice, mental wellness drink, gut health, anxious, irritability, sadness, gut-brain axis, mental wellness solutions. But this doesn't say anything about her flat stomach. I mean, she cannot outright say that. The Happy Juice is the secret to success because she has a flat stomach. There's a lot more that goes into that. First and foremost, genetics. How do you eat? How do you work out? And even people who are the most ripped, who work out the most, genetically speaking, most people will not be able to have a six-pack and a super flat stomach. These are all of the things that we're leaving out. And also when she takes those pictures or when she takes those videos, most people have a flatter stomach in the morning because we're dehydrated. And then throughout the day, our stomach, expands. We're not dehydrated throughout the day, hopefully, if we drink a lot of water. So we're missing a lot of facts here. The Happy Juice will not give you a flat stomach. She has a very trained body, which is admirable after 2 children. It looks like she lives a very active lifestyle and she's working out a lot, and she very likely also is aware of how she feeds her body. But let's not pretend that this is thanks to the Happy Juice, because it is not. The next video is from a Bodi Han. She has also been already showcased on this channel a couple of times, so let's see what she is up to this time.
It has already been a day filled with busy but fun things. Tucker started his goalie training this morning, and we were up bright and early, and if you saw my post earlier, I shared that while he was on the ice, I was able to use my time wisely and pour into my business. It's choosing to do just that, pour into my business in those pockets of time where instead I could be strolling, insert any store, or mindlessly scrolling social media that both will get me nowhere.
This is a tale as old as time. Use the pockets of time to pitch your MLM business, in this case, Bodi. So she drove her son to a hockey practice. I think that's what she means with goalie. I would also love to be on the ice right now because it is super freakishly hot. And if it looks like I'm excessively sweating, it is because I am, because all of the windows and the doors are closed. It's really hot today. So I do envy her child that they are on the ice right now. But what she is saying is she's driving her kids around a lot, and then she's using the time to pitch her business while she could just do something for herself, like, I don't know, go shopping or do something fun for half an hour, or she could be on her phone. I mean, if you want to do work during that time, that is fine. But there's also nothing wrong with relaxing when you had a full week of work and then on the weekends you drive your kids around. Working in the pockets of time doesn't mean that you have time freedom. It just means that you work every single time you have a spare moment, in this case after she drove her son to hockey practice.
But instead choosing to pour into a business that allows me to have this flexibility in my schedule to bring him to goalie camp at 6 a.m. and to be home with the boys and to homeschool them throughout the school year. And it's through consistency that I continue to show up that has progressively built the business foundation that I have. It is just, a few simple things that most of us do day in and day out without even realizing, but being a little bit more intentional about it. And the benefit of that is this freedom of time and this schedule that I get to create.
Are you able to create your own schedule? I mean, it looks like she's out in the garden. She could spend time with her cute dog that we saw in the background, but she's talking to a phone pitching Bodi. And are you really choosing your schedule? Because if a new recruit might want to join, or if you're able to sell the overpriced protein shake, Shakeology, you very likely will be on your phone quickly to answer questions or to be on an opportunity call if you have a potential new recruit, or you will very likely have to cater to your team and also to your team members when you're on team calls. So while in theory this sounds good, it is not necessarily, because you do depend on other people, predominantly on your downline, but also on people who might be interested in this. So you setting your own schedule, I don't think so. I think that the Bodi Huns and the Huns in general might have more freedom when it comes to scheduling what they do, the tasks they do over the course of a day. That's somebody who has a 9-to-5 job, who works regularly from Monday through Friday. Those people have more freedom time-wise when it comes to the scheduling of tasks, but that doesn't mean that you have time freedom. Still have to cater to other people, and you're pretty much never off.
So while I was sitting there at my little mobile office, the ice rink in St. Michael, I just was feeling like this sense of pride and like fulfillment that because I chose to put my health and wellness first, it has morphed into what it is now, a thriving business that allows me to provide for my family in a flexible financial way and also in the flexibility of time. And I just come on here to share that with you in case that is something that is on your heart, an opportunity that prioritizes your wellness and your overall well-being while making an impact on your family. Starting next Wednesday, Whitney and I, my body bestie, are starting our 4-day sneak peek for the month of June. We've done one in April, we did one in May, now we have one coming up in June, and it's on Facebook. It's a private group and it's just 4 days of the two of us going to be together, which is going to be fun because we're going to be in San Antonio for a summit, and just sharing how this has impacted our lives, how the ripple effect has impacted our families and now those who run the business alongside us, and gives you an opportunity to hear from Whitney's perspective, because her reasonings and her journey are very much different than mine. And so if this is something that you feel like, I want to know more, so those 4 days are just going to be giving you the opportunity to join us to see if this is right for you, if it's on your heart. Just simply reply sneak peek, and I will send you additional details about what to expect from both Whitney and I starting next Wednesday.
Yeah, I will not do this. That is also why we had this pitch, because she's starting another sneak peek group. As she says, she does that regularly, and I have reacted to her and also her business bestie before, because one of you regularly, thank you so much, sends me also content from the Body Hunts on this team, and they're pitching the same stuff over and over again. So you're having a 4-day sneak peek when you're meeting up with your business bestie, and you could actually spend time with them, with your friend, I suppose, at this point. But you're pitching this opportunity to others. So you're taking time away from spending time with your friend to pitch this to others. And there is no guarantee that after those 4 days, anybody will join Bodi as a new recruit or will purchase products. And this weird narrative of, I'm driving my kids to school and then really using the time while they're doing practice, while I'm working on my body business, is so strange to me, because it reminds me of my childhood. I played sports, and I also played instruments, and I was very lucky that my mother was really chauffeuring me around. She was driving me around. I played hockey, and she was driving me to the practice twice a week. And what she was doing is she was doing the grocery shopping during that time. It was typically 45 minutes to an hour, and she was using the time because after a certain while, it's not that interesting for parents to watch their children practice multiple times a week. I completely get that. And she was so kind that she actually drove me around to those practices. Also at a point where she could have just said, you know what? Go there on your own. At some point, she eventually sent that. But I find it very laughable because a lot of parents do that. And my parents actually were entrepreneurs at that time. They were running their own business. And from there on, ever since they passed away, they were running their own businesses. So this is not something that is revolutionary and exclusive to people. You can schedule your work. You can schedule your free time, whether you have a full-time job that is a 9-to-5 job, whether you actually run your own business, where you might need to work early in the morning or late in the evening so that you have time throughout the day for the family or to drive them around, like in the case of my mother, for example, and to be there as a present mother, or for people to do other tasks in a hybrid model or working fully remote. You don't need to join a sketchy and scammy MLM business to achieve this. There are lots of jobs and lots of business models that are not a scam, where most people are able to make money and not lose money, as in this case. You don't have to join an MLM to do that. The next post is from somebody who joined the Olivetree People, who was in Monat before, and I would title this The Beginner's Success Lie. This is Kayla. She was in Monat and she joined the Olivetree People not too long ago. She had a big team in Monat, and she also has a big team now in the Olivetree People, and she's consistently pitching the Olivetree People to her followers. Why I'm so excited about this opportunity, in this case speaking about the Olivetree People. 38 new consultants personally enrolled in the last 7 days. She was able to recruit a lot of people, I don't doubt that, after she joined the Olivetree People, because a lot of people in Monat really despise the company because a lot of shady behavior, a lot of financially not smart choices by the company, and lots of attitude that is now also being known public because of disastrous team calls, led to a lot of people leaving Monat and joining their leaders or their former leaders in new MLMs That is why she was able to have 38 new recruits within a week. 51 new customers placed orders with me in the last 7 days. When she was in Monat, she was also able to grow probably a not unsubstantial pool of customers, and a lot of those are now joining her as well in the Olivetree People, where she is pitching very similar products. Organization of 56 people already. So she has recruited a lot of people, and then some of those have also been able to recruit other people. Yet again, on the basis that she was able to be in an MLM before, where she already had a big enough team. And now a lot of those people are joining her in the new MLM. 48% of the way to rank to earn shares. I want to do it next month. So she's able to rank up rather quickly because she newly joined the Olivetree People. 40 new rank ups on our team already. Yeah, because she also recruited a lot of people who were in Monat, who were her downline, and they also recruited people who were in their downline. That is why in the beginning of a new MLM, if you already have a big team, that's more of an option than somebody who starts from scratch. So proud and so excited to see the next few weeks if this is how week went. Yeah, because she newly joined. If somebody has already a big team, they're not a great representation of what most people will experience when they join an MLM without a former team. And also those people, they will grow to the top ranks rather quickly. That is something that most people cannot relate to, but that is the beginning. At some point, that will simmer down, that will also fade out, and then their paychecks are tanking as well. And then they need to recruit people, and that's where the real work starts, to get new people on board that were not a part of their former team. And that's when the tricky part starts. That will also then simmer down, and then those people will leave to the next MLM. So let's not get fooled by somebody who was in an MLM before, in Monat, who had a big team and therefore is able to rank up rather quickly in a new MLM. That is not something that most people can relate to if they start from scratch, if they didn't have a big team before, and like her, if they don't have a big Instagram following, because she does have a substantial Instagram following. And then the last clip is, I would say, a schmankerl from somebody who was also in Monat, who was the top distributor and the first distributor in Monat. That person got kicked out and is now off to a new scam. I will also react to that at some point in one of the next videos. And she posted this video while she was still in Monat. And I find that rather interesting because we now know that she's in a new MLM in the flat stomach MLM that I presented to you before.
Hey y'all, it's Tony with Tony's Tips. So I want to talk to you about something, and we kind of see this running around personally here in this area. But I want to talk about ethical integrity. And so that means is that when you want to start something else, finish what you're doing before. I can tell you I've been a result of a marriage that was, that he didn't finish the relationship before he started another one, and then another one, and then another one. My whole thing is that this holds true for personal relationships along with business relationships. So in every aspect of life, there's always an exit strategy, but don't start something before you finish one thing. That part to me speaks hugely to who you are as a person, right? So you can't go and cheat on a significant other. You can't go out and, start another business and screw other people over. That part to me is shitty. And especially in my main industry that I love, a lot of times I see people that they get, they get stuck, or they plateau, or whatever the case is. And then they try to reap that paycheck, but they go on and do a different MLM. Y'all, I'm telling you right now, that's career suicide. It's complete career suicide.
Are we talking about business relationships here or about personal relationships? Because there is a difference, and I would like to not mix these things up. I don't disagree with her. If you have a personal relationship with somebody, if you have a relationship with people in general and you want to start something new, you want to see somebody new, finish the first relationship, put an end to it before you start something new. Otherwise, that is really, really shitty. But there's a difference between business and personal. And how ironic is it that she says, don't start something new before you finished the old, because she got terminated from Monat, and she says we don't have a new MLM, but then shortly afterwards she joined Amare, and during a pitch that I will also react to, she says, yeah, we've been looking around for 6 months now. She never had the chance to end her time in Monat and to say, hey, we're leaving and we're joining the new MLM, the flat stomach MLM, Amare of all MLMs. She never had a chance to do that because Monat pretty much made that decision for her. But she's also doing the typical MLM stuff. My paychecks in Monat are tanking and I'm staying positive on the outside, but then I'm also looking around. I'm looking for new opportunities, and then I got terminated and now I'm in the new MLM. But you have to finish your stuff first. Of course, she posted this before all of the stuff went down in Monat, but still it is a very, very strange tip about how to not commit business suicide. And most people are also able, if they're not in an MLM, if they're not in Monat, to make business with multiple companies at the same time. Because if you truly ran your own business and you truly worked for different companies, you could also, as an independently contracted salesperson, you could also nourish relationship with different companies. You cannot do that in Monat when you're in the upper ranks. Finish something before you start something else. Don't disagree with that. Stop trying to do 2 different network marketing businesses and collect both paychecks. It is against guidelines and obvious that your passion isn't incompletely with one or the other. That's actually not true. I do think that she is saying this because it also took away from her paycheck when she recognized that lots of people were already looking around. If you were at one of the higher ranks, you were not able to be in another MLM and to pitch other products similar to Monat. But if you were at the lower ranks, you also, per Monat guidelines, were able to do so. You were not able to do that on the social media account that you also pitched Monat to, but if you were at one of the lower ranks and you created a different account on your Instagram or on your TikTok or on your Facebook or YouTube that was not connected to Monat, you could very well do that. If you're going to leave a business because the grass is greener, I get it. But stop doing it unethically and poaching from your previous business. It's desperate and people lose trust in you completely. And that is exactly what she's doing now. She didn't quit, she got terminated, but she is also on her social media saying, hey, we're now in Amare, come on over, join us. It's really amazing. We did a lot of research. This is the best company ever. Come on over. She's doing the very same thing because the grass is greener in Amare. But I think when she was in Monat, she had to come out with tips like this to say, stop it. It takes away from my paycheck. Monat is already not doing well. So don't leave Monat, join the new MLM, and then you're taking away my people and my customers. Stop it. Just be ethical. In an MLM, it's not that hard. I think it is impossible. If you join an MLM, I don't think you can run your business ethically if you recruit people. If you only sell, okay, but then you don't need to join an MLM. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. Well, thank you for being a part of my TED Talk. These were Tony's business tips while she was still in Monat. Let's see if in Amare she will also come out with new business tips. And Monat is currently committing suicide, so let's see how this goes. Because Monat is terminating people left and right, and then the other people who don't get terminated leave on their own free will. So to all of the Huns who jumped ship from Monat, well done. I wish they wouldn't join a new MLM, but I think anything is better than being in Monat at the moment. Thank you once again to the people who sent content my way. If you would like to do that as well, Instagram and email, everything is always linked down below. I always appreciate your feedback and your suggestions on content, what to react to next. If you are interested in the membership offer, once again, you can also check that out below. If you find the membership button there, you can see all of the details there. If you like these types of videos, then please subscribe, like, comment, share. You know the drill. And if you like these types of videos, then hopefully I will see you in my next one. Until then, cheers!